Hello, this is Mark Crow. This video is about doing keyword research and generating keywords. Keywords are critical to getting good traffic to your web pages. You've got to find these words that lots of people are searching for on internet search engines such as Google and Bing. You're also trying to find keywords that aren't too competitive. I mean, your objective is to try to get on the first page of Google search results. If you don't get on that page, most people aren't going to find you. Now, once you find these keywords, then you're going to put them in your titles, your headers, your subheaders, and in your text. And then Google's search engine crawlers are going to go through it, and they're going to find these keywords. And when people do a search, hopefully your page will then end up in the first page of Google's search engine results. I'm going to use this article that I wrote recently about Amazon's associate program to demonstrate how I generate keywords. Now, what most people would recommend you do is that you think subject and you think about words associated with that subject, and you come up with what's called seed words to put in a keyword generator tool. And I personally use LongtailPro.com. Then what you do then is generate those keywords, do your keyword analysis, and then center your article about that particular keyword or several keywords and phrases. Now, what your goal is, again, is you're trying to find words where there's lots of local searches, and then those words hopefully will also not be too competitive because you want to get on that first page of Google. Now, I'm just going to scroll through this article to sort of give you an idea of what it looks like here. And what I personally do is I will extract those seed words from my article, and I'm just going to give you a look at those. These are the seed words that I'm now going to put into LongtailPro to generate my keywords. Let's go over to LongtailPro. Okay, this is a list that I've already generated. These are the seed words that I put in this tool here to generate all these keywords. It generated over 5,500 keywords in about 5 minutes. Now, the way you do that, first off, you got to set up a project. So you hit this plus button here, you name your project whatever you want to name it, and then you hit this create project button, and then what happens is it brings up this box. And then what you do is you put in your seed words one at a time. You can put up as many as 10 at a time, and then you hit generate keywords and fetch data button, and then you can do it over and over and over. You can put in as many seed words as you want. Now, you can also use this tool if you have the platinum version, where you can put in as many as 10,000 keywords at a time and then generate all this data. Okay, the cool thing about this particular program is once you've generated all these keywords, you can then use their tools to sort of organize the information so you can pare down your list. For instance, you can look at a particular seed word and just look at the keywords that are associated with that particular seed word. Let's go to all the keywords here. Another thing you can do is you can organize them by pressing on the top of these here, and it'll, for instance, alphabeticize them from like say Z to A or A to Z. You just hit it one more time and it goes from A to Z. I think this one is very important. Looking at local searches, here you can go from highest to lowest to highest if you want, if you hit it again. But what I'm trying to find are those keywords that have a lot of local searches. Now, in a later video, I'm going to show you this other tool here that's in LongtailPro, the Platinum version, that will then show you how competitive that keyword is. And so, for instance, this one might be extremely competitive, and I'm just going to hit this calculate button here, and this basically gives you the score from, like, say 1 to 100, and usually you're trying to find a keyword that has an average keyword competitive score of less than 30. Well, this one's a pretty tough one, okay, just to sort of give you a quick idea of that particular tool. I'm going to explain that later in another video. Okay, now you can further pare down your list. For instance, I can go up here and I can put Amazon, and it will only give me keywords with Amazon in it. I can further pare down my list. Now, for instance, I can clarify that I want to just look at keywords that have at least 1,000 local searches. And maybe I want to define a maximum number of local searches. Let's say I put in a 2,000. So then it will just generate a list of keywords with Amazon in it and that have at least 1,000 local searches and a maximum of 2,000 local searches. So there's lots of ways to define your search. You can even do it with the average keyword competitiveness scores, and just defining, a minimum and maximums. So now, once you've sort of pared down your list, then what you can do is you can see how if I go up and down here, I can, for instance, star this, and then that highlights, certain keywords that I might be interested in using. I can unstar it by doing that. If I hit this star button up here, it will just, no, I'm going to take off this here, and I'm going to take out this criteria here so I can see all my keywords. But see, it gives me this whole list of highlighted keywords, that I went through and I thought were maybe of interest. Now you can even define it even better. You can, for instance, you can use this tool here, this notepad tool. You can just put in, like, say, any letter here, like W here, and then it will create a notepad. So I can even, for instance, pare down my highlighted list by just showing the ones that have the notepad there. Just another way of defining which words you want to see. So you can look at just the ones that interest you instead of all 5,500 of them. So that's basically the tool in a nutshell. And in a later video, I'm going to show you how to do a keyword competitive analysis. Now, some people use a keyword analysis tool called Google AdWords. It's a free tool. It's offered by Google. Now, right here, I put in those seed words that I extracted from my article. And then this is what I got. Now, unfortunately, this is not a keyword generator tool. It's not going to, like, for instance, with LongtailPro, when I put in these particular seed words, I get a list of over 5,500 keywords. This will only give me data on the words that I put in there. So it will give you the local number of local searches, but that's about it. Now, another thing you can do that's free is just do a Google search. And in this case, I did a Google search on Amazon affiliate marketing, that particular keyword phrase. And when I did that, I ended up getting my first page of Google search results. And I can then open these up and find out what kind of content they have, and then do sort of a little comparison of their content and my content, and sort of get a little bit of an idea of whether I have a chance of ranking against that particular page. But in most cases, that's really not adequate. Some of these sites have lots of links, and they have lots of, they have a high domain authority, and these are kinds of things you got to know. I personally think that this is such a vital thing that you have to be doing if you're going to be a serious, person on the internet trying to make money. You want to get lots of traffic. You got to get very good keywords that are going to drive that traffic to your pages. You got to pick keywords that are not competitive to the point where you won't be able to get anywhere close to the first page on Google. And I find the only way I'm going to do that is to really invest in a tool like LongtailPro to do my analysis.
The links listed in the description below this movie are to pages that show examples of how keyword research can be used to enhance your online business. One of these links will take you to a page that demonstrates how to use in-depth keyword competitive analysis to evaluate the potential of various online business ideas. The other link will take you to a page that gives a detailed description about using keyword research to improve your page's SEO page rank on internet search engines such as Google.